And this issue you raised, particularly in response to a question the chair had asked you, when you answered the question about the reasons why you moved from the depot to Isipingo. And the chair said all the reasons you had set out are not in your statement. You recall that?
That's correct.
And that's the basis on which then you sought to pull up this note. So we are at the note now. Kindly address yourself to the chair regarding the many reasons you provided yesterday in response to his questions for why you moved the operation from the depot to Isipingo police station.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I noted, and understandably so once again, that you did point out I cited a whole lot of reasons regarding my thought process with regards to moving those exhibits, yet my statement only reflected one point. So I'd like to point out on my initial engagement with the evidence leader, I did what I called an information note, which was much more detailed. So if, with your indulgence, I would like to just read out that little paragraph that deals with what you spoke.
And what's important in your favor is that this is as far back as 2021. That's the date of the, I'm saying
Yes.
in your favor.
Yes, Chair.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Chair, if you'll bear with me, I'm not sure what page it is. I'm looking at my own copy here. This file is voluminous, I'm not sure.
Just tell me
It's
number and I'll find it.
Yes, okay. When we had that heading, events at the CHC container depot.
No, tell me you are at the second page.
Okay, the first, second, third page, paragraph 1.
Third page, paragraph 1 that starts with, I considered possibly
Yes.
carrying. That would be page 956.
Mayor, thank you, Chair. I considered possibly carrying these bags to a less congested area at a far end of the depot. In my opinion, the risk associated with conveying these exhibits to another part of the depot was greater than the risk of conveying the exhibits to Isipingo SAP, which is approximately 4 kilometers away from the depot. The depot is situated approximately 11 kilometers away from Umlazi, which is a high-risk area. I considered calling a tactical team to assist to secure the area, but decided against it as I knew their response time would be longer than I would have required. I also based this decision on the basis that the unpacking and counting at the police station would pose lesser risk. So it's just that one paragraph, Chair, that I wanted to allude to.
Thank you, Colonel. Does that save you?
I think it still doesn't cover the many reasons you gave yesterday, but I will leave it at that.
Thank you, Chair.
Before we leave this document, for the record, I think it's worth correcting. This information note you referenced, you
Yes.
prepared for purposes of developing a statement for the Commission. So it wasn't created in 2021.
No, it was.
I think the chair was under a wrong impression that when he said it's in your favor because it was created as far back as 2021. That's not correct.
I just looked at the date at the end of that heading.
Now, you confirm that this is what you prepared
confirm it was done about a month
when you're
ago.
preparing for consultation with the evidence leaders.
That is correct. Okay.
Thank you.
And can I just, to be fair to this...
Thank you for the correction.
Thank you, Chair.
Mr. Rola.
Sorry, Chair. To be fair to this witness, the other reasons are mentioned in paragraph 19 of the statement. So we only focused on the one reason in 21. Although rightfully so, Chair, the reasons he mentioned in his evidence are a lot more than the reasons in the statement. The ones he has just read from the information note, they do appear in paragraph 19 of his 14-page statement before the Commission. How far Umlazi is and the fact that the weather was not great and there was a risk of working in an uncovered area and the surface area was not sufficient because of the numerous other containers around.
Yes.
So to be fair to him, that is in paragraph 19.
Of his actual statement.
Of his statement before
Yes.
the Commission now.
Yes.
So it's not the only reason.
And the point he wanted to make yesterday is that in finalizing his statement for the commission, he was of the view that too much brevity crept in.
Yes.
So what is in the statement, as I understand the Colonel, he stands by. It's just that in response to a question by the chair, he seemed to go beyond the scope of paragraph 19. And he wanted to clarify that those reasons were always there and they are reflected in the information note. And he just wanted an opportunity to highlight them too.
Except when he tried to do that, he said it created the impression that he only had one reason.
Yes.
So I was pointing out that, in fact, in his statement before the commission, there are several reasons
Absolutely.
mentioned,
Absolutely.
starting from paragraph 19.
Thank you.
Yes. So we will catch you when we need to catch you, but when there are facts that are in your favor, we will mention them.
I appreciate that, Commissioner.
And I was going to comment, don't spoil the broth, sir. That was in your favor, let's leave it there. Before we leave these questions of clarification, just please turn to Exhibit File 2, and I'm interested in, it's part of CJC 244, exhibit number CJC 244, and in particular to draw your attention to 656, page 656. And this goes back to the issue you wanted to clarify to Commissioner Baloyi regarding the order of events when you say in the investigation diary, it appeared that you were aware of the 27 kilograms and the container before you actually got to the depot. That's what you sought to clarify,
Yes,
right?
yes, Commissioner.
And your position is that you actually learned of that detail at the depot.
Not at the depot, Commissioner. The 27 kilograms, the number was relayed to us at a briefing spot where we met Captain Duma, which was close by to the depot.
Okay, but you had made your way towards the depot away from the home and office?
Yes, we were close to
Yes.
at a briefing spot, yes.
So I draw your attention to page 656 because that is the statement of Warrant Officer Mpangase. And if you go to 658,
Okay, just bear with me, Commissioner.
Geraldine? I'm looking for CJC 244, Exhibit File 2, particularly page 656. You have located the statement.
And the page number, Commissioner?
656.
656.
And then I wanted you to turn to page 658, which is the conclusion of that statement. It appears to be dated 23rd November 2021. You see that?
Yes, that's
And I
correct.
say it appears to be because it's not most legible.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. Now, if we go back to the beginning of that statement at 656, paragraph 2, my challenge with your explanation to Commissioner Baloyi is the same quote-unquote error appears to have crept in the development of this statement in November 21 already. Because Warrant Officer Mpanga said paragraph 2 says, in the morning of the 22nd of June 21, I received information from crime intelligence that there was a container possibly containing approximately 27 kilograms of drugs, cocaine, which was kept at Isipingo CHC warehouse, destined to Johannesburg. The container number was BEAU 5, and the detail, you see that?
Yes, I see that, Commissioner.
At paragraph 3, then, Warrant Officer Mpangase continues, myself, Lieutenant Colonel Jacob, and Warrant Officer Sibia, now Captain, together with the crime intelligence member, proceeded to Isipingo to look for the alleged container.
Yes.
So are you suggesting that Warrant Officer Mpangase made the similar mistake in his own statement at the time?
Commissioner, I'm unable to comment because it's not that detailed. It just tells you that he received information. There was a container possibly containing 27 kilograms of drug, which was kept at CHC warehouse destined for Johannesburg. We did receive that in the briefing. So he's not specific here, so I can't tell why he wrote it the way he wrote it, Commissioner, but I will still maintain the sequence of events as I did earlier. So I'm unsure, Commissioner, as to why he would.
I point you to this because I know that Commissioner Baloyi wants to engage you on the investigation diary, but we will have to flag this because I have questions to you regarding what is stated in Warrant Officer Mpanga's statement at that paragraph 2, as well as your statements, and we will engage later. But Commissioner Baloyi wanted to engage specifically on the investigation diary. Thank you.
Thank you. It's about, if you would go to the investigation diary, it is file 3.
Sorry, what number, Commissioner?
It's file 3.
File 3.
And then CJC 248. And then the diary starts at 800, page 800.
Yes, this one.
As I understand it, we are looking for CJC 268, the investigation diary. File 3.
Page 800.
Yes, I've got it, Commissioner. Thank you.
All right. So you have that entry on the 23rd of June. And from what I understand, your explanation, your clarification this morning, this would have been entered after the operation.
That's correct.
Am I understanding you correctly? Yes. Now, in your testimony yesterday, there was discussion about, or in fact, your testimony was that when you left the depot, so you opened the container, you took what was in there,
Yes.
It was resealed, and then you instructed, I use the word instructed because I don't remember what word you used, the depot manager that the container must remain there. It must not be moved.
Yes, Commissioner.
But also you said, I think in answer to Ms. Sillo, you said there was no detention notice
That's correct.
that was issued. That's correct.
Yes, Commissioner.
All right. Now, explain this. The decision that the container should be retained there, it should not be released to its owner. It is a big decision.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. It is not recorded in the diary that there was such a decision. So we don't have a detention notice. We don't have an entry in the diary that indicates or that records that the police gave that kind of instruction. Can you just explain that?
Okay, I'm just going to page through it quickly.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay. Commissioner, your investigation diary, yes, it is an indicator of what transpired in your investigation. It's more actions that were taken with regards to who did you call, where did you proceed to, your time, and things like that. Generally, a statement would encompass that type of detail as to further locking of a container and so forth. So it's not a hard and fast rule that would necessarily have to be contained in your C-clip, but it would have to be reflected in your statements somewhere along the line to show what happened to that container.
That answer cannot be complete or correct because there is a recordal of an instruction to release. There is a recordal later in the same diary where you instructed or you cleared it for release. So that act, the opposite of the instruction to detain, is recorded. We look at your diary, we see an instruction to release. I expect that there must be an instruction to record, and I would be concerned that it will appear in a statement, not in a diary.
Yes. Commissioner, maybe I can say that Warrant Officer Mpangase was not as thorough as he should have been. I would do things like that. I diarize it.
Yes.
But just to add on to that, it's encompassed in my statement, the fact that we did seal it up again. And
Yes, no. I don't have a difficulty with it, where in your statement or in whose statement it appears. Right now I'm discussing the contents and reliability. Maybe let me put it to you that, again, it's a concern about the reliability of this investigation diary. You do record that you gave an instruction that they can release the container. So it is of sufficient significance. That's why you record it.
yes.
There is no record of a prior decision to detain it. So your explanation that, well, the diary doesn't record that kind of thing is not correct. The simple point I'm making yet again is this is another instance where the contents of this diary have to be considered with care or caution, because it is a recordal after the events. I understand that, day one. But two, it doesn't accurately or fully account for what happened.
You are correct, Commissioner.
Yeah, thank you.